going to go ahead and make the helmet to fit my head. So that means, you know, I want to give myself some space, probably an extra inch. So if my head at its widest point is about 6.5 inches. Let me get a new piece of paper. So, top view, and then front view. Okay. So we are at 6.5 inches wide, and then from my chin to the top of my head is roughly about 10 inches. So what we actually want to do is we're going to make the inside of the helmet more at 7.5 and 11 inches high. And then front to back, I need to make room for my nose to the back of my skull there. So I'm, you know, there's the part of your head that sticks out the furthest above your neck, right there. You want to go from there to your nose. And we know that that is 8.5. So if we're looking, this is the top view. There's my face there. I'm smiling. There's my nose. Okay, so we have, that is 8.5, so we'll go 9.5. And those are all minimums, so we can go bigger than any of these numbers, but we don't want to go smaller because then it will not give you enough room to put in some padding, and it'll make it difficult to get on and off and very uncomfortable to wear. This particular design, it's almost kind of a squared off robot looking head. What I was thinking is we have our top piece here that sits at an angle. You know, that's going to be here. And then we have our, that sits pretty close to the front face. The front face, I'm just going to bring that straight down. It might angle in, but for now I'm just going to think of it that way. We know we've got some details here that I'm going to have to account for. And it looks like, you know, we've got our circular piece here. And I'll probably want to bring it not as far down, like on the back of the head. This here, I'm going to want to give it some room so I can move my head back and not cut into my neck. So, you know, just thinking about that, you know, I'm going to kind of, this is a little easier if you have someone that can help you out, but I'm just going to wing it here. That's why I have the calipers. So right at the top where the base of my skull meets my spine, I'm going to measure that up to the top of my head. And that gives me 6.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and make this, this piece here will be 6.5 because I'm going to have a little bit of space inside this piece here. And then we're going to move forward following the jawline. So the back of the skull to here. If you can imagine, your skull is not shaped like an oval, but actually more like that, and then you have your nose. So I'm going to go ahead and mimic that shape and go forward from the back to, see, my jawline is here, so I'm going to want this area from about the back of my jaw to the back of my head. We're looking at that as about 3.5 inches. And then it'll come down, and this mimics my jaw. So that's this part of the skull here. Okay. So, you know, because this is slightly anthropomorphic, it looks kind of like a person, so we're going to stick with that and combine it with the robot, and that'll help give it some character. We talked about character before. You know, you want to do storytelling. This wants to feel like a robotic human, so I'm going to go ahead and mimic that. So you get that subtle hint of humanity in this design. And what that does is whenever you create something that mimics humanity, it helps your audience identify with the character a little more. That's why the original Godzilla was kind of a good guy character, because when you look at him, it was a guy in a suit, and it kind of looked like your dog or cat in the face. with certain subtle features, and that creates a sympathy for that character that you wouldn't normally have if it were, you know, beady black eyes or something like that. Like the alien, very, very creepy. No eyes, no way to identify with it, makes it completely alien, which is exactly what you want to do for the storytelling. Now that we are from the base of the skull to my jaw, now it's just this distance here, which is, you know, that's only, you know, we're looking at maybe 3 inches. But I also want to consider, I want the 11 inches total here. So if I subtract, let's see, but this side actually goes up to here, so 7.5. So I want to make sure that I have from the top of my head to my chin, so 3.5 inches will be here. So this 3.5, that 6.5 will equal 3.5, but this is sitting down at an angle, so that's probably more likely 3. It's not an exact science, and we can always change it on the fly, but I just wanted to get something going there. So that's going to be the measurement of our side, and then front to back, you know, we've already established that at 9.5 inches here. So now I can lay that out on the board, and that's going to be the side.